Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 1. Each week I will make a new video that covers the module for that week and discusses some of the assignments. I try to give you some tips for completing the assignments, and students who watch these videos will often tell me that they're really glad that I make them because then they don't have to email me the questions that I answer in the video. So I do encourage you to watch the videos every week and kind of be anticipating them so that you can better understand what to do with the assignments once you get to them. So starting out, I'm just going to give you like an introduction to the class for those of you who have never taken an Allen class before, so that you know where to go, what to click on. When you open the class up, obviously you'll see the announcements page, and then underneath is my contact information. So make sure that you are taking advantage of that. I do include my cell phone for texting, but typically sending me an email is the fastest way to get a hold of me. But I also have a link to schedule a meeting with me if you need to. Then over on the side, you'll see all the links that you have. First thing that you need to do when you get into the class is to click on the simple syllabus. Now, I can't show you what it looks like yet because it won't populate in my student view, but the simple syllabus will be the whole syllabus for the class. You want to make sure that you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then at the bottom will be an acknowledge button, and you want to click on that so that I can see that you've read the entire syllabus. Other links over here, vital sources, our textbook link. Right now the books aren't populating for me to show you, but they'll show up over here. And then I've got a textbook link in the modules as well. The modules is where you'll go most often. So modules is where we want to start. There is some information that's just Allen related and getting started. If you are new to Allen, make sure that you are looking at that. One new thing this semester is we have a direct link to your Allen email right here. That's your Microsoft 365 Outlook email account. So that's very useful. Your whole Microsoft package is there, so you can click on that and it'll go straight to it. Once you have that single sign-on set up, it will just go straight to your Allen email, and that is the preferable way to get a hold of people. You can use the Allen inbox or the Canvas inbox here. It doesn't always pull up who you're trying to message, so email is preferable. Then you'll see that the rest of the class is not quite open yet. So you don't have access to everything until you go through the academic honesty module. So this is the important first step. When you get into the class, you want to start here with the first page of the academic honesty module, and you need to click on each page. So once you've clicked on it and obviously read through it, then you can continue through. Once you've gone through each page, then you'll be able to open up the first module. So there's a lot of information in here about academic honesty, what's considered academic dishonesty, cheating, and then of course information about AI use, which we'll talk about more in a minute. A lot of consequences for what happens. There's information in the college catalog. There's information in the syllabus. There's a lot of stuff to think about when it comes to just being an ethical student. I've got some scenarios here I want you to read through as well so that you get a better idea of what it kind of looks like in practice. And then once you get through the scenarios here, there is an information page on Turnitin. That's our plagiarism report service through Canvas. And so I do sometimes get students with questions about the flag colors, and this will tell you all about it. And there's a page in the Canvas communities that's about it as well. If you ever have a question about your report that comes back, let me know. I think just mostly essays are going to have those flags on them. So if you ever are curious about it, you let me know. And then I have information about AI, and this is specific to the class and also to our big AI policy for the college. So the first thing you want to remember is that we are at a level 1 for AI use, which means that if it's allowed, I will tell you specifically when it's allowed to use. And I've got a lot of information here, and then I've got my policy for the class, which is use of levels. So basically each assignment is going to be assigned a level of AI use allowed, and and some assignments will be at level 0. I don't even want you using Grammarly. And some assignments will be higher, level 2 or 3, where you can use AI, and there's specific instructions for how to do so in the assignment. So just kind of keep in mind, the majority I think are at a level 1, which is, you can use Grammarly to help you, do some proofreading, that kind of thing, but anything beyond that is not allowed. Grades and penalties down here. Each assignment will be penalized differently based on what type of assignment it is. Essays have rubrics, that kind of thing. So you can kind of go through that. If you have questions, you can let me know. But then then you have the last page here. This is the confirmation of understanding. You want to make sure that you mark that as done. Once you mark that as done, you're saying you understand what it means to be an ethical scholar and you are ready for the consequences. So once you've done that, then everything else in the class the first module anyway, will open up for you. And so what you have access to right now is module 1, and then we have 3 grammar modules, which I put as like half modules here. So far, no one's gotten confused by that, but basically each grammar module, this is an addition to the regular Comp 1 class. Since this is Comp 1 with review, we've got a few extra types of assignments that we need to include. One of them is grammar review, and so I've got just simple sentence information, sentence errors like fragments and run-ons, and then punctuation quiz. And so for each one, you read the information. I've got videos in there for you, and then you take the quiz. You can do this at any point. These will be open all semester, but I highly recommend just getting them done right at the beginning, because then they'll be done and you don't have to worry about it. They will gradually move down the list as other modules open. So right now you can't see module 2. Module 2 will open, and then this will be there, and then module 3 and 4, and then this one, and so forth. So they'll kind of move down the list, and that's the only disadvantage of doing half modules. So anyway, just keep that in mind. So our first module is mostly introductory stuff. You do have to send me an email, so that's kind of the first thing, is to send me an email just giving me information about yourself and some goals that you have for the semester, strengths and weaknesses as a writer, that kind of thing. And you don't turn anything in Canvas for that, so I have a mark done if you want to, for yourself. I did this. And then you have an introduction discussion board, which you've probably done for a lot of your classes before. So that's kind of standard. And then we have our overview information for the writing process. This is kind of for those of you who really just want a refresher from, maybe it's been a while since you've taken a class that had to deal with writing. And then I have an academic honesty quiz for you. Most of our English classes have academic honesty quiz at the beginning, really emphasizing what does it mean to be an ethicer. And then information on mindful reading is what we're doing. So this is another thing that's in addition to the regular Comp 1 class, because it's Comp 1 with review. We also have a reading outcome that we need to meet. And so you're going to be doing these mindful reading exercises throughout the semester. And this just gets us started off. So you're going to go into the textbook module, and there are a couple of ways to access it. I've got the PDF file, and then I also have a link to the website, but this is our book, and it's an open access book, and it's just called A Writer's Guide to Mindful Reading. This is the website version, so you can click on the different chapters if you want to, or you can go into the PDF, you can save it, download it, whatever, and I got a link to the introduction. So you're going to look at the introduction section and take a look at the information, like what is mindful reading, what does it mean to be a mindful reader, etc. And we're going to be doing this all semester. You'll have multiple assignments related to it. So the first exercise is to look through the textbook, read through that section, and then you're going to do some just reflection on your own reading. So something that's been easy for you to read and why it was easy. What are some things that made it easy to read through, and then something that was difficult for you to read, and so what was it that made it difficult for you. So this is the kind of reflective thing where there's not a right or wrong answer. I'm just looking for you to write me 2 paragraphs, one about an easy reading, one about a difficult reading, and I'm just looking for your thoughts, and just interested to see what you're out there reading. So something like this, don't be worried about how it looks on the page. It's fine if there are errors in it, or if you want to do a spell check, that's fine too. I'm really just looking for your thoughts and your own kind of authentic, feelings on the topic. So that'll be the first module. All the assignments are fairly simple and easy to get through. Once we get into the second module is when we start actually writing the first essay. So kind of be prepared for that. In the next module, we'll start actually working on an essay assignment. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.